Homeopathy is a scam. Homeopathy is unscientific. Homeopathy is quack or pseudoscientific. You all might have heard all this criticism sometime in your homeopathic career, either as a homeopathic student or as a practitioner. Even YouTube is full of such videos which criticize homeopathy as a medical practice. And through this video, we would like to answer all this criticism from a valid scientific point of view. We would, however, do not aim to criticize, demean, or any other system of medicine, as in our view, integrated medicine, that is perfect collaboration of modern medicine and Ayush practices, is the future of medicine. So, first let's try and understand what are the various criticisms which are faced by homeopathy and its practitioners, and let's try to answer them one by one. There are quite a few videos on YouTube criticizing homeopathy and homeopaths on various channels like Open Letter, TEDx Talks by Dr. Shantanu Abhyankar, Science is Dope, etc. So most of these videos call homeopathy as unscientific or pseudoscientific. Homeopathy as a system of medicine was discovered by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann through the famous cinchona bark experiment, where he himself took cinchona bark, which was known to cure malaria, and developed malaria-like symptoms. Thus, he discovered the law of similars, where cinchona bark extract, which produces malaria-like symptoms in him, is actually known to cure malaria. And hence, he concluded that if a substance is known to produce a certain effects in a healthy individual, it will cure the similar set of symptoms which are produced or when produced in a diseased individual. So, if this system of medicine has got its origin in the set of experiments itself, how can it be unscientific? So, the next very big criticism which comes out from all these videos is homeopathy demands completely blind faith, and any sort of questioning is not at all allowed in homeopathy by its patients, and it is completely an evidence-less system of medicine. So, this again is a false claim, because homeopathic physicians today have realized the need of scientific writing and publishing. Today we have several journals like Indian Journal of Research in Homeopathy or International Journal of Homeopathic Sciences, etc., which are peer reviewed and internationally renowned, which provide various articles and case studies which prove our homeopathic principles. And what is the main evidence for any system of practice or any system of medicine? The main system or the main evidence of any system of medicine is their patients. Today worldwide we have homeopathy as the second most largest system of medical practice, and in India too we have more than 100 million or 10 crore people using homeopathy and relying on it solely for their medical care. So if such a huge number of patients are trusting homeopathy, they are definitely getting some results from it, and thus it is the biggest evidence of the efficacy of homeopathy. And talking about the blind faith in homeopathy and its practitioners, it is again not true, as the practitioners in today's world definitely orient and explain the patient about various frequently asked questions asked about homeopathy. Another big criticism faced by homeopathy is about the principle of dilution. Most of these videos criticize the principle in two ways. First, how do homeopathic potencies, when practically there is no molecule of original substance left, work? And how does a solution which is more diluted considered to be stronger than a less diluted solution? So now let's try to answer both these questions one by one. Now, homeopathic remedies are made by diluting the original medicinal or inert substance in alcohol or water solvent. This mixture is known as the mother tincture in homeopathy. Further, the potencies are made by diluting these mother tinctures further on 2 or 3 scales, that is C, X or LM scales. In a C or centesimal scale, one part of the original mother tincture is diluted in 100 parts of solvent and in 10 parts of solvent in the X or decimal scale. Further, 100 succussion strokes are given in the centesimal scale and 10 strokes are given in the decimal scale to this diluted solution to prepare 1C or 1X potencies respectively, and the same procedure is then repeated to produce the further potencies. Now, according to Dr. Shantanu Abhyankar and various other videos criticizing homeopathy and homeopathic principles, beyond 12C or 24X, there is not even a single molecule of the original substance remaining in it, and thus it cannot produce any effect. But according to the latest research carried out by a team of Department of Chemical Engineering, IIT Bombay, and published in Homeopathic Journal of Elsevier, They have demonstrated presence of fine nanoparticles of the original starting material even in the 200C potencies, and thus the action of homeopathic potencies are justified by the means of these nanoparticles. The working power of these homeopathic dilutions can also be demonstrated or seen by the process of drug proving, where a healthy person, when given these potencies, develops symptoms in a particular repetition. Thus, these homeopathic dilutions are definitely effective and surely work in a healthy as well as diseased individual. And talking about the strength of these dilutions, our homeopathic potencies are not just diluted but rather they are also given succussion strokes by means of which these nanoparticles or the nanomolecules which are present in the potencies get arranged in an orderly motion rather than just moving randomly, and thus the potential energy of these molecules is converted into the kinetic energy, and hence the higher potencies in homeopathy act on a more dynamic level, that is on more on a mind or a mental level rather than just acting on a physical level, which is possible only due to the process of dilution and succussion, that is potentization. And finally, the most important criticism seen in these videos is calling homeopathy a placebo effect. And this criticism is the worst criticism, and it is demeaning various wonderful results of homeopathy. Today, we see homeopathic medicines acting in cases ranging from coryza to cancer. If it was just a placebo effect, how could it act in such gross pathological cases? We on day-to-day basis see various cases where homeopathy has acted in various structural cases where it has been even able to prevent the patient from undergoing surgeries. Hence, if it was only a placebo effect, homeopathic medicines would definitely not act on any structural case, and hence it is clear that homeopathy is not at all a placebo effect. This homeopathy is a holistic science and which acts on the principle of the law of similars and focuses on the mind and body as well. Also, we have various articles which have proven that homeopathy is not only a placebo effect but has definitely some curative and therapeutic value to the patient. So, saying so, we do not wish to propagate that homeopathy has no limitations of its own. It definitely has its own limitations, just like all the other systems of medicine have. And similarly, allopathy too has its own scope and limitations. And thus, we believe that both these systems of medicines should work hand in hand to do good and to cure the diseased mankind. So, on this World Homeopathic Day, let's pledge to support and grow together in helping the diseased patients. So, this was all about this topic. We hope you have liked this video. If you have liked it, do share it as much as possible and help us to reach more and more people to remove and eradicate all the misconceptions and criticisms regarding homeopathy. Also, do let us know your views on this topic through the comment section below.